thing is you create a new folder. So, what is a folder? JSP JDBC EX. This is my folder. You can create wherever you want. Now, understand this very carefully. Double click that, right click, create a new folder, web-inf. Okay. Now, double click that web-inf, go inside that, create new folder called classes, and on the same time create one more new folder called as lib. Now, in this you have to do one important job. What that is? Where is your Tomcat installed? Click, it is installed in my G colon. Just click here, go to my Tomcat, go to web apps, go to root. Here you got one web-inf file, double click. Here you got one XML file as web. Just copy it and come back here, paste within the web-inf. Over. Now, we will go to create a HTML form, file, save as. Where is that you are going to do this? You are just going to do this on my desktop. So, what type of file it is? It is a HTML file. So, I will search for this HTML hypertext markup language file. What is the name of this file? login.html. Okay. Now, I will write some code here using HTML. So, open your HTML tag, close your HTML tag. This is your first step. Over. Now, so is there anything that I am trying to write here? No. So, I will directly going for my body tag, body. Now, here again it goes with body. Fine. In this, what will you do here is, here you are going with form tag, form action is equals to login.jsp. So, this file we are not yet created, we are trying to create that and we will create this. So, method is equals to post, method equal to post. Over. Now, here I am creating one thing called as table row. So, why is this table row? I will say you what makes your table row possible here. Yeah. In the first table row, what is that I am doing here is, I am creating one thing called as login page. So, this will be my table header, that is th. This is my title of my page, that is login page. I will make it as login page. Fine. Now, coming to the next one, what will I do is, here I am going to create the two things, that is, what is that I am creating here is, I am going for table definition. So, where it will include open and close. Here I will be including so called user ID, that is I am creating the form here, user ID. Now, followed by I want to give some input to this. So, what is the input that I am trying to give here is, what is the input here? I will be giving as input type is equals to text. What is the name of this field? Name is equals to uname. So, I am giving a name for that structure. Now, just to save it. Now, okay. Now, what will I do? I will go for the next one, that is how can I create same copy this as it is, just paste here, and instead of user ID I will be using password. Input type is text and the name is equal to password. Fine. So this is my thing. Okay, now let us see whether this form is working or not. So for this, to work with this form, what should I do first? First I should see that whether my Tomcat is running or not. So start my Tomcat service. Now very important job what you are trying to do is copy this folder or cut this folder, copy, move to your Tomcat folder, move to your web apps and just paste it. Okay, now let us see whether this form will run or not. So close this. I will be writing like this: localhost :8080 / JSP JDBC EX / login.html. So you got your fields, login and password. Fine. Now you run the form. Let me see what is the result. See, you could see all of them are on the same line. You got insert button, update button, search button and delete button. Now what should I do this? Now I want to make this all the things into a proper aligned format. So how will I do this? Go to the same program what you are trying to do. Now in this form we are trying to make changes. So what are the changes that you are trying to make here? So th column span equal to 8 pixel, style is equals to padding of 20 pixel. Right. This is my first step. Now let me see whether it will refresh here or not. Okay. Now after this, what next should I do? So I got something like what you say, table row. So here when I come to this table row, the height must be equal to 30 pixel. Okay, I am just making it. Then one more table row height is also 30 pixel. I am just making it possible. Save. Next, what else? This table row should also be height equal to 30 pixel. Now you see whether is there any change in the effect or is there no change. And one more thing here, what I am trying to do here is all this data should be aligned into center, that is column span equal to 3, then style padding, style equal to padding of 20 pixel, then align is center. So close this TD here. Or without closing also it will work, no issue. Or if you want to close this, you can close somewhere here. Okay, now let us go back to that form where it is. Now let us see, open with edit plus, and you have got all the scenarios existing here. Okay, so everything is ready now. So table row is closed. Now this one is ready, and coming to your table definition, this is also ready. Yeah, your entire login page is ready. Now let me see whether if I open this login form, whether it is going to appear or not. Yes, fine. Now let me see, localhost colon 8080 slash JSP JDBC ex slash login.html. Okay. We have made everything, but why is this it is not able to appear? There is no alignment. You have closed April, but one thing you remember, here you have made form where you have not closed your form. That form has to be closed. When your form is closed, everything will affect now. Now let us see whether everything will affect or not. So after table, okay. This is a mistake. Now you see here you have given angular bracket, but I have closed here simply. Now hope it will work, everything will fine. Okay, now everything is ready now, and now here again you have got one more small change here, that is I want this table definition here, table definition column span equal to 2, style equal to padding, it is 20 pixel, then align equal to center. Yes, so this is somewhere, it is lagging somewhere here. Now let us see how to bring this login page into center. So for this, what should we do? So this is a topmost one. So how can I make this? Now very simply what you do is, you got the table to be aligned here. Now I want, this is a header of this table, login page is a header of this table. Now what will you do here? Just enter, you go with one thing, that is here you got this table header as login page. Okay, now this should be aligned. So for this, what should I make? That I should think of. So I will make like this, column span equal to 8 inches, column span equal to 8, style equal to padding of 20 pixel, and we have got that page, that is login page. login page. Okay. So, if I do this, now let us see what is the change that I could observe. Now, you could see entire form is in at the middle. So, this is your HTML form. So, using this HTML form, you are supposed to connect to your the so called what you say your JSP form. Now, let us see, let us write the code for this JSP form. So, whenever I am writing this JSP code, now let me do one important step here. So, what will you do is just let's say create one more file called as, what is your file name? Login.jsp. Now, I am going to create one file name called as JSP file. So, when I write my JSP file here, it should go like this. So, very simply I will go with HTML, start with HTML itself, HTML over, fine. Here I am going with body, just close the body tag. When you come across here, close the body tag. Now, what will you do is file, save as. Where is that you are going to save your file here? Exactly where you stored your web apps, that is web apps JDBC EX, and in this area you are going to save it as Java server pages, that is Java server page script file. It is a Java server page script file. What is the name of this file? Login.jsp. Fine. Now, here you are going to make your important thing. So, what is that? Here you are going to make your script, that is page import. Now, you see here import equal to java.sql dot star colon percentile greater than. So, this is your scripting tag. Okay. So, page import java.sql dot star colon. Okay. This is your scripting file. Now, here you are supposed to include one thing, that is, see, if you are scripting for your whatever the code you are writing for server side, it should go with this. If you are making this, it shows that it is 100% correct. It is highlighted with some yellow mark. Now, see here. Now, what else that I am doing here? So, use the same syntax here. So, how I can close all these things here? Just save it. So, this is a scripting. In this script, I am going to write something, what exactly is needed by me. Now, so I have written some body code, and here I have written some scripting code, and I want to connect to my HTML page again and again. So, now you see here, when I take my HTML page here, I got insert, I got update, I should search, I should delete, all these actions to be performed. So, to do this, what should I do here? Here I will go with ahref equal to login.html. Suppose I want to insert a new record again and again, I can go with this insert again. Okay. Then, so we will have a small break tag here, so that it will go to the next line. Finished. Now, this is a place which is very, very important for you to write your code. Now, what are all the fields that I have here? You see here, you got user ID and password, fine. And what are the buttons? You got 4 buttons, that is insert, update, search and delete. So, you are going to write code for each and everything, that is, I will be writing like this. String user ID is equals to request dot get parameter. So now see here, what is my variable name I have given here? Uname is my variable name. So that is what I should give you here. I should give here. Uname. Just terminate with semicolon. Likewise, you are going to do for all the variables. So second one is password. Password request dot get parameter. What is your variable name? Password. Just type as it is. Password. Right. Likewise, now I am going to do for all the 4 buttons: insert, update, search and delete also. Right. Now let me go with this. So the next one is insert. I'll make a variable of my choice, that is button underscore insert is equals to request dot get parameter. What is my button name here? Insert. Fine, over. Similarly, button underscore update. Here I'll be getting update. Now go with the next one. Button underscore search get parameter. What is my variable name here? Search. So just write that as it is. Next, coming to the last button where I go with the delete button. Button underscore del. I am just making it as del, no problem, nothing is going to happen here. So what is my name, variable name that I have given here? It is delete. So here you have created, what are this? These are the values, that is you are going to give the input here so that it is going to execute the things accordingly. Now coming to the next step here. So coming to the next step, what will I do is I will write one try block followed by catch block immediately. Catch exception of E. Here whenever you want to see the data, here you will be writing like out.println. Here I am making it as error E dot get message. Okay. This is my next step. Next. So what is that I am going to do next? The most important part is I want to give my driver. Driver for what? Driver for MySQL. So for this, what will I write? Class dot for name. Now remember, this should be written as it is, dot MySQL dot CJ dot JDBC dot driver. So this is your driver for MySQL and Java. Sorry, MySQL and JSP. Now whenever you want to establish a connection, that is, how is that you are going to establish a connection here? So for this, what will you write here is, here first thing you must declare a variable called as connection conn equal to null, that is we are assigning it to null first. Save it. Then on the same time, now I am writing my connection statement here, conn is equals to driver dot driver manager dot get connection. Now remember very carefully, this is the most important step. You are trying for what? Java. So you are going with JDBC. Fine, this is your first step. Then what database you are using? MySQL. fine, colon. Now you want your port number and what is your name of your MySQL. For this, what will you do? Go to programs, go to MySQL, where is it? Yeah, MySQL. Now see here you got MySQL workbench. Just wait, let it load, don't get hurry. Now here you see, here it has got local instance MySQL 80. This is your MySQL, and what is the port number? 3306. That is what here you are supposed to type, colon /. What is your name of your SQL ma? Localhost colon 3306. Localhost colon 3306. Fine, that is over. Now in this you have created a database. What is my database here? Here you have created a database. You must move into this database called as test. Okay, so now type your database name test colon comma. Now you should go with your user ID and password. My user ID here is root and my password is also root. This is the most important thing what you are supposed to do here. You see here, connection equal to driver manager dot get connection JDBC MySQL localhost 3306/test root. That is, this is my JDBC driver. I am using database as MySQL. The name of my host is localhost and the port number is 3306, and this is my database. Test is my database. This is my user ID and this is my password. Fine. Now if everything goes good, what next is, I should see that println, so database connection successful. Okay, so up to this, let us check the program whether it is working fine or not. Try block, catch block, finally, okay, fine. Okay, now here you got again, please check the errors. Unable to catch block SQL exception is never thrown try statement body, fine. So error dot get message, okay, fine. Exception of E. So when I come to this catch block, what is happening here? Catch exception of E out.println error, okay, fine. So this is closed here, catch block is closed here. Here try is over, catch is over. Now I should go with the next one is finally. In this finally, close, open and close, over. In this finally, again I am going to use what? Another try and catch here, another try and catch. So now you see here, catch SQL exception. This is what I am trying to make here, SQL exception E out.println error closing connection get message right. Now in this try block, what should I show here? Here I have made my connection as null. So here what should I do? I will open the connection and I should close the connection. So for this, what should I do here? You see here, if connection not equal to null. If connection not equal to null, what should I do here? Connection dot close. Connection dot close. And I should close this catch block also, and it is closed now. Now let us see if all my program is working fine now once again. So go to this, go back to this. Yeah, it is working fine. There is no error here. Now look at this. When we look at this error here, we have got is empty function is missing, is empty function. See, I have not made any function here, so that should be cleared, is empty, over. Now trim is a function, over. Password not null is also over. Again is empty is over. Now let me go with this, whether it will work now. It will work, it should work now. Now take for example 10, I am giving my password as Ravi. Insert. Still it is giving me error. Okay, now let us check what is that error. Syntax error, expected semicolon. So there is some semicolon being expected here. Now let us see where that semicolon is being expected here. On token, okay. See, this is a semicolon where I missed here. I made it as colon instead of that. So go once again, go with this checking HTML. So take 10, go with Ravi. Still it has got an error. Okay, let us check. X is equals to method print, println. So here println is not available. It should be println. So all typographical errors. So please check when you type the program like this. Okay. Now let us see whether the program is saved. Yes, of course the program is saved. Take 10, Ravi. Now still it has got an error. Method println. Again you got one println here. What is this? JSP writer. One more println. Fine. Try out 10, Ravi. Finished. Now you see here we got a message, data saved successfully. Now let us check from our database whether the data is saved successfully. Select star from login. Yeah, 10 Ravi. Suppose I want to insert one more record. Take 100 Raju. Insert. It is inserted successfully. Fine. Go check from your database. 100 Raju is inserted. Right. Right, with a small change for your update. So for this, what will I do is just copy this 2 lines or copy everything here, paste here, finished. What button you are supposed to do here? Here we are going with update, just update. Fine. And you see here I am going to make one addition, that is button update dot equals. What is the name of my button? It is update. I am just writing as it is, and close this. If button dot update. Similarly, go here. If user ID must not be null, and user ID dot trim must not be empty, and here, and what I am trying to do is, and password is also not null, and password dot trim also is not empty. Now here what will I do here is, I want to make some update. I will be using PS equal to connection dot, again prepare statement, I will be using my update command here. Update login set password equal to question mark, where based on my user ID equal to question mark. Fine. Now see here what I am trying to set is I am going to change my password. So first I am checking with my user ID. So here I am going to give my thing as password, that is I am going to update my password here. Password, the index is 1 and my user ID is what? 2. User ID. Now here how is that I am going to check here? Very simple. Here I have used x is equal to ps.execute. Here what I am supposed to use is I am using one more variable called as a result. Result is equals to ps.execute. Why I am trying to use this ps.execute here? Now to avoid confusion I am using a result as a variable here. Result greater than 0 over then out.print.println. What will I do? I will write something like this: password updated successfully. Next out.println, if it does not happen, no user found. No user found with the given user name or found, it is okay. This will stop here, nothing to worry. Now suppose you just enter one thing and leave it as such, then it should be like this, where what it will give you: please enter a username and password to update. So you need to enter both username and password to get it updated. So this is what is your scenario when we come to this update here. So now let us see, suppose if I know this data, suppose if I know that there is some information available, I can update. If I do not know, now what will I do here? So for this, now let us see what are the data here available. 10 and 100 are the 2 users. So now we will run the program. I will use 1000 and I will enter some password, take update. Here what happened? Data connection is successful, but what is the result? No user found. Now suppose I write 100 here, I will give it as Rahim as my password. Just update. Here what happened? Password update successful. Now let us go to the database, check with that. 100 has become Rahim. Right. Now coming to the now let us understand how we can go with the next level. That is, here we have got one button called as update is over, insert is over. Now we will go with search. So for this we will write some code, then we will understand how it is. Okay. So for this what will I do? Here I want to search by user ID, that is enough for me. So what will I do? I will just copy this code as it is with a small change. So instead of that I will write, that would be better. See, if button underscore search is not equal to null and button underscore search dot equals to search. If I press search, what happens here? Let us see. Right. Here now along with this I will be doing one more thing. So on what basis I am going to search? I am going to search on my user ID. So if user ID not equal to null and not user id dot trim dot is empty Now here what I am supposed to do here? Here I got one variable called as PS. What is this? Prepared statement. So I will be using that PS equal to connection dot prepare statement. It is not prepared, it is prepare statement. So I will be executing my query like this, that is select star from login where user ID is equals to question mark, where PS dot set string. So on what basis I am going to search? I am going to search on my so called user ID. Next, here we should remember one thing, that is we should go with one variable called as a result set, where it is going to fetch the records accordingly. So that result set must be included here, where I call it as RS is equals to PS dot execute query. Now here I am going to go with one more variable, boolean value, boolean found is equals to false. By default I am initializing it to false, while rs dot next. So why is that loop? I should find out how many number of records are there in this, so that it should print accordingly. Print ln user rs dot get string of 1. Why this one? That is the index of that user ID. Println password, that's dot string of 2. Now if it is found, it should return me true. So where I found initialized that found is equal to false, equal to true. Now you see here, in case if it is not found, what should I do here? In case if it is not found, what should I do here? So I will be going with if not found out dot println no user found with given username. Yeah. And one more thing, what you should do is, here you should close this record set. Record set not equal to null, then record set has to be closed. Why is this? Because you should close your database, or you should close your record set when you are working on it, before working on it. Okay, now let us execute this code. Will it work properly or not? Let us search. So take for example, I will go with 100. User 100 is found and password is Rahim. Fine. So now I will go with 10,000. Let us see. So here I will be going like this. Take if btn underscore del is not equal to null and button underscore del dot equals to delete. So for this, if I should write else part, if it doesn't work, I should write else part here immediately, so that what is else part here, I'll be getting like this. So output out dot println no user, sorry, please, I will write like this, please enter a valid username to delete. Over. Okay. Now in this we'll have conditions further. If user ID not equal to null and not user ID dot trim is empty, so for this we'll make this else part, not for the previous one. For this we'll make this else part. So we'll close this here. Now check the closing of parenthesis. Yes, it's fine, and it's fine, and for this else, this is also fine, right. Now PS is equals to connection dot prepare statement delete from login where user ID is equals to question mark. PS dot set string, on what base you are going to delete? Based on your user ID. So 1 dot user ID. Now so int result is equals to PS dot execute update here. I'll be going with result greater than 0, else out dot println no user found with the given username to delete. Now what is that I am writing here? This is very important. So out dot println user deleted successfully. Excuse me. So this is what is the code for deletion. So now check with this. Okay. 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 Okay, fine. Now let us run the code. Login.html. So what are the data that is available here? Take 100 for example. 100. Click on delete. Okay, it is giving error. So insert semicolon to complete block of statements. So let me check where there is some missing of semicolons that is available. Yeah, here. Finished. So once again run the code. .html. So write 100. Check delete. Yeah, user deleted